Welcome to the DLP agenda. Rob Mayer, Joe Robinson, Justin Schlegel. I think both of you botched something.
What?
I think it was sitting out there for you to claim it, for you to call it out, for you to make it so. And maybe, Joe, not so much. Maybe technicality, this isn't available, and maybe Justin, you don't care this much, but it was sitting right there. I didn't even think about it to the car ride over. But
The hell?
I would like to announce, and once I announce it, no one else can have it, my new friend of 2025, Mario.
I got him, baby. He's
Mario
mine.
Jr.
I got Mario.
Joe
No
lives
Mario
with
for
him.
you. No Mario for you.
Joe lives with him, but he's Rob's friend.
Yes,
Yeah, you know
but
what's funny is
I did make him a fucking star by bringing him up on the air this morning.
He is a star.
Yes, he
That's
is.
my friend. I only hang out with stars.
Look
I
at that.
swear,
We've even got,
I
we're already
thought-
showing our
Mhm.
fucking hand too.
I thought
Yeah.
about that, and I'm like, well, cool, that's already built in. I'm like, all right, cool. Whenever we do that, I already have him. He's already.
You got to say it, Joe.
Is that it? You have to speak
Well,
it
you
into
can't just-
existence.
Right. Yeah, that's how you claim it.
It's up.
So you did botch it.
Oh no, I did.
Yeah.
Because I didn't mention that, but it is kind of built in. You can have him, but he's also mine.
Look, that's how the new friend works. It doesn't mean I only get to hang
Yeah.
out with him, but he's my official new friend of 2025. And here we are, half of this year. You don't have one yet.
I got. Should we just do it? Should I just try to?
How about this?
Uh-huh.
Let's do each side of the coin. Famously, welcome to the program, DLP. Joe likes to make a new friend a year. And he's made some. He's kept most of them.
Mhm.
I really need to start sticking to my plan. I'm trying to lose a friend a year.
Do you have an announcement?
Yeah. I'm no longer.
Waldorf Pete, you're
He's
in trouble.
out. I'm no longer
Sorry,
talking.
Pete.
Sorry, Pete's gone.
Pete's gone.
Can I tell you one of the reasons he might be? And it's nothing that he's done outside of just outright just slothedness. Do you know the last time I was over at his place? Did I ever tell you what happened? I was on mushrooms. It is
You did refresh my memory. I know about.
I
his
got stung
sister's
by a
ashes.
bee.
Oh, I didn't know that.
that his place. He has a what do you call it? It's a swing, but it's not like hanging from chains. It's like hanging in this like erector set thing, and
Okay.
you sit.
It
you
sounds
swing.
It sounds like a
fancy.
baby swing for an
Yeah.
adult.
It's like a baby swing for an adult. But the front of the house is just covered in refuse and boxes.
And you want to
course I
lose
can't-
this friend?
And I can't believe I'm losing one of my actually clearest, most ancient, classic friends.
Joe's dying.
Joe's choking on his tongue. And I enjoy some product a friend of ours loves to make.
Yeah.
We usually enjoy it in a cabin or at an Ocean City condo, and it's doing what it needs to do. But it's Southern Maryland, so there's like wasps' nests everywhere. The ones that look like tubular bells that are sticking
Oh, yeah.
down, those really gross looking ones. There's hives underneath of this shit.
Did you recently got stung by a bee?
This what? No, I think the last time I went over there was a while back,
Okay.
like last fall. And I went over there and I'm sitting on this thing. I have my hand behind the swing, and immediately it just feels like somebody just fucking knife does that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, ow! I'm looking at it. You could see the little bee stinger in my pinky. I look behind it. There's the hive. It's only about that big, no
Right.
bigger than the can, like a top of a can of soda.
You only need one.
It's all you need. I'm not allergic or anything, but you don't know you know what you don't want to have happen while in the middle of a mushroom trip is you get stung by a bee.
Everything needs to be this.
Everything needs to
Yeah.
be. It needs to be glassy waters. It needs to be cell phones off, no emergency, no nothing. And I get tagged by a fucking bee, and I get pretty mad at him.
Yeah.
I go-
Where'd you get stung?
Just in the hand,
Okay.
right on the side of the hand. And I start like getting into him, like this is because of the fucking condition of your house.
Yeah.
you
If
would
he's
have
like,
It's
no,
on
that's-
you, bro.
Oh,
if he says
shit.
if that's the worst thing that happens in his disrepaired
Yeah.
house, you're lucky.
It's the second worst thing. The first thing being he left his sister's ashes outside, and they coagulated into like a brick of mortar,
Oh,
Yeah, that was
which
hilarious.
is so
actually. Yeah.
fucking. And you know what? I was down there feeling no pain the last time that happened. Also, but I'm like, I'm riding the fucking Tommy wave right now,
Yeah.
and there's your sister's corpse that's been rained on.
It's a lot to have to experience.
It's a lot, and he
It's not
smokes.
fun.
Well, he smokes constantly, so
Yeah.
we have to go outside.
Ah.
He doesn't like to smoke inside, so we're constantly on his front porch
because of his cleanliness.
because of his cleanliness. He's fucking constantly smoking a cigarette. And I like, all right, let's fucking go outside. Let's go outside. He nurses his smokes. Like, all right, everyone fucking let's all go outside. So it might be time for it to be strictly a Zoom or Xbox Live relationship.
Okay.
Real quick, Brittany said in chat, Joe, you better get that tuberculosis checked out.
Mhm.
No. On SheLP,
Yeah, you were struggling there.
I burned my throat getting super high before the show. today I just breathed in a bunch of my drink.
I love
All
to
right.
I'm fine.
breathe my
Okay.
water in. Yeah.
Be hypothetical. Now, there'll be no like damage other than the annoyance and the pain of it.
Yeah.
How much money for the rest of your life every day do you get stung once by a bee?
Where?
What a hell.
You don't know.
Oh,
I mean, nowhere where like you're going to be blinded. or
Okay.
anything.
Not like an eyeball or a
No, no,
dick, but like an
well, you
arm,
can
leg,
be-
chest,
oh,
shoulder.
cheek.
Nothing that's
Neck.
gonna like. It's just gonna be annoying. It's not gonna like make a mark or something that's like on your face
I
or
think-
blind you.
I don't think there's an amount of money because I think
It would
20
be in
days
your
in, I
head
go
all day.
insane.
Yeah, you would.
I can never relax.
You have to explain to someone like, what if you're homesick all day? Like, where did this fucking bee come from? This suddenly stung you.
Where?
And you're like,
Where?
I don't know.
What do they call it? A hyperbaric chamber?
People would think there's something wrong.
There's something weird. Don't hang out with this guy. He's constantly
I
getting
would
fucking
do
stung.
it. I do it for 30 grand.
What?
A day?
30? He says there's no amount of money. You're at 30 grand.
Yeah.
I think you would fracture
It
mentally.
basically
Yeah.
just feels like you take a tack and yeah, that's
Yeah, but
it.
you don't know when it's gonna
Uh,
happen. That if it's just
You
the
think, like-
pain that I could get, I wake
so
up.
what
and
you're
boom.
saying is like I'm like this
yes,
all day.
Yes.
When's the last time you got stung by a bee?
Oh,
Hey,
I don't even
just
remember.
well,
No,
hold
when?
on. So Mario and I
Okay.
were out by the fire pit.
You don't talk bad about my new friend.
He had,
Figure.
No,
he
my
had cooked
sweetheart.
me. He'd cooked me dinner,
Of course it did.
and we were out by the fire pit and we were listening to music. And all of a sudden,
Real quick, who made the fire?
I did. I made
Okay,
the fire,
okay.
yeah.
I
made
kind
the
of wanted to be
fire.
Mario.
Yeah.
And so, but no, well, I got to be fair. It was maintained by Mario.
Okay.
Okay. But I was sitting there and either an ember from the fucking fire
Yeah.
or a bee stung my foot. This just happened on Sunday.
You can usually tell one or
Yeah,
the other.
I
There's
know.
like a little charred black mark. or
There's
you
not
can
a charred
see
black mark, so it must have been
Probably a bee
or
then.
maybe something bit me. It
Yeah,
hurt,
something
whatever
got
30
you.
grand is way too low.
It's
But I handled it and it's gone already.
100 grand a day, and even then, I feel like
100 grand.
I might lose.
A day?
I feel like I'd lose my fucking mind. 100
I
grand.
definitely do
a
it for
day.
100 grand.
I lose my fucking mind
Yeah.
every day. You don't know what's going to happen. You
You're
don't know where
right.
it's going to happen. It's going to happen at the worst time. It's just
I would go
coincidentally happen.
outside and hope that it happens right away.
You start
Yeah.
the day
Then
with
my
it.
day, we're living
You know what I
large.
do? Here's what I'd
Put
be.
honey all over you.
I'd be. What do you call those things with the steam? What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, the smokers.
try
it's
to-
not
you
a
try to
beekeeper.
anger
It's
them?
something else. But you can be that
You
kind of
smoke
person.
the bees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you go there, and I just go out there and get it over with.
You know what scared me as a kid? You know, you're always freaked out about quicksand, Yetis, the Bermuda Triangle,
Mhm.
being locked in an old refrigerator. I was scared
The big
of
four.
arthritis. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing my fucking mom and my aunt and my grandmother. She had pretty bad arthritis.
Mhm.
And they talked about that bee sting treatment that people were getting
Oh, you didn't want that.
80s and 90s, that it was this experimental treatment where you just put your hand in this box. They fucking gave it a nice little shake. It would tag your hand, feel awful, but whatever reason, there's some enzyme in bee venom that would loosen the joints.
Mm.
So a few moments of pain and the rest of the day
Huh?
per day,
Yeah.
you'd be okay.
What do
And
they
I
call
go,
that? Thing?
that's fucking horrible.
What do they call the thing? Like cold needle? Is that the right?
Dry needling.
Dry needling.
I've been dry
yeah,
needling.
that's what's the difference between that and because that's what Jackson has to get.
Dry needle.
needling.
They can put a gentle like salve on you
And just
to.
kinda just.
I've been dry needle. It's weird. You know how it works?
No.
It's your muscle fibers knot up. They describe it as like pasta that's dried out like spaghetti and trying to peel them apart. So you take this needle, it's like Western acupuncture. You put this thing in there, it spools the muscular threads apart, but then they hook it up to a TEMS machine, which sends those little electrical
Yeah.
pulses down. So you're like sending electrical waves down there. It's fucking uncomfortable. It ain't.
I've
great.
had acupuncture done. I had some arthritis as like a teenager. I had to drop out
Acupuncture
of
mine.
community college.
Really.
I couldn't squeeze a shampoo. I had to take it in my armpit. and
Really?
Squeeze shampoo
what did,
out.
what did you do? How did you get over it?
Because you
I
seem
just-
fine now.
Just got over it
It
mentally.
just went away.
You know
Booze.
what? It would come back, and then like the last time I really had a flare up, it was the first 98 Rock trip to Cancun spring fling, and I wore Crocs.
I was going to say that's when I learned about Crocs.
And that's what I learned, and that's when I bought them. A lot of walking in the airport, you know, and the Crocs are not the best for your. And my ankle got all fucking flared up and swollen and shit, and I was in.
Your
ton of
doctor
pain.
comes in, Rob. There's an experimental treatment out there.
Mm.
And if you're willing to walk the path, the results have been promising.
Go on.
have you tried alcohol? And I was like, go on.
Yes, yes.
Yes. And to this day,
Yeah.
your hands have never been softer, smoother, and more capable.
No, I remember
easily.
I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
I thought I had
Oh.
beaten it, and then it came back, and then I was putting off going to the doctor, admitting I needed to deal with it again. And then once I accepted I had to deal with it again, it went away.
Huh. Okay. Well, good.
So,
I'm glad it's
I'll
not,
just,
glad it's not there.
I've never looked back, Steph. Thank you.
Very nice.
Yes. Speaking of the doctor, I did go to the dermatologist today.
Oh, for what?
We're gonna finally get this Mohs surgery, get this skin cancer taken care of, and new
It went
health
away for the
insurance.
longest time.
Because the biopsy, when they cut a little bit off, that got part of it, just because I think that's how little below the surface it is. But now I got to just fucking knock it out. Now the insurance is better, so it won't cost as much, and the way they're gonna handle it, I'm more comfortable. But I go to the dermatologist, and she was breathtakingly beautiful.
This is the dermatologist,
Well,
not an assistant.
yeah.
Well,
not a-
I think she's not the main person, but
Uh-huh.
she's the one who the point was with. I don't want to not give her the proper
She
title.
was she front of house, the person.
no,
you
no, no.
see?
She's the one that looked it over and drew the thing on my face and
Mm.
talked about it, and then got the ball rolling. And part of me thinks maybe she knew who I was, because I was asking about how long I have to have the badges on the bandages, and I mentioned I'm a stand-up comic. Usually that's followed up with questions about it.
she
and
has nothing.
Nothing. Maybe she's just not interested. I mean, but anyway,
Yes.
I say, well, I have to look her up online.
Yeah.
And I go on Instagram, and we have 7 people that we both follow, and all 7 of them are Ravens cheerleaders.
Oh, is that right?
And then I say,
oh,
she's a Ravens cheerleader.
Hold on.
She's a
I'm not gonna say her
dermatologist.
name.
And then I see, because she just got married, her husband, equally breathtakingly beautiful.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Yes, they look like Halle Berry and whoever the hottest black guy in the world is. That's,
right,
yes,
right. Okay.
right. They, back in their 20s. Yeah.
That wouldn't happen to be them, would it?
No, but she's a
Okay.
smoke show. No, she
Okay,
is.
that
She
is-
is definitely
That
a
is my
smoke
old
show.
friend Serena, former
Yeah,
Ravens cheerleader, and a
Yep.
woman
Mhm.
that once opened a dental office on a
Mhm.
Sunday to pull an infected tooth for me. This is a
Wow.
fucking angel.
Yeah.
This woman
She
is
looks
going
like
to be in
one.
my will. She has no business being as sweet as she is for being a goddamn 30 out of 10.
Wow.
She
Yes.
is, oh my God, she's
This
gorgeous.
is,
and
yeah,
a
I'm trying to
sweetie.
see a good
See what we got
photo of her and the man. So, I mean,
It'd be great if she knew you, because
There
on
we
the
go.
way out, she'd
yes,
be like,
yeah,
oh, before
yeah.
you leave, Mr. Mayor, may I
Yeah,
see the picture?
I know. I mean, just they're,
May I see the picture of your penis?
yes.
Yeah, she's a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
that chick's
she's
very
gorgeous.
attractive.
Yeah. And it's just like, and she has this smile on her eyes. It's like, I can't,
Yeah.
I almost wanted to say, no, nothing's wrong with me. I'm actually just hanging out. I have perfect everything. So,
Actually,
yeah.
this is all
Yeah, yeah.
theater makeup.
Right, right.
If you work in a place
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that at a dermatologist,
yeah.
you can't look like Edward James Olmos.
No.
Like
Yeah,
you
you're
can't
right.
go
You
in there
can't.
looking like you
Mhm.
need
Yeah.
a proactive solution. Like I work at that place, Pro MD Health, and they do
Yeah.
all the injections and the hair treatment, all
Tyra
that.
Banks is a good analogy there.
They're fucking everyone at the front
Comparison.
desk is a 10. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone. And I'm like, okay, you mean to tell me that every qualified applicant just so also happened to be a smoke
Yeah.
show? It's a place that's like wellness,
Yeah.
inside outside wellness. So of course you
No,
want the
they're-
first
that's the
people
right
when you
thing to
walk through the
do.
door,
Yeah.
you go, Jesus,
Project
you're all,
wellness.
You're all 20s.
Right.
You know
I got
where
Dom
else,
DeLuise sitting back there.
and I think Rob will know this as well. You know where else there's only 10s?
I can think of a couple places.
Mm,
Gold Leaf.
on my.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
I've noticed that.
I was just about to say
Only 10.
Donnelly's.
Yeah. I was going to say the pictures I post of women on Instagram. Yes.
Yeah.
No, they are 10s in there, and they're very friendly, which always makes me think. Then I'm like, no, they're just doing their job.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
like,
They're just trying to sell
one time
you.
I thought the girl at the bank that I go to the drive-thru was into me. I was like, no, she's just has manners. She's good at like being a
Yeah.
public speaking and having a good.
I usually
geez,
fall.
Donnelly's. I
Yep.
fucked the joke. I meant to say McDougal's.
I was gonna say I
Donnelly's
heard that.
a goddamn
and
seafood
I-
restaurant.
Yeah, okay,
Shit.
Yeah.
got it.
McDougal's. I
McDougal's,
fucked
yeah.
it up.
Jesus.
Jimmy's famous.
Let's start the show. Over.
Let's go ahead and shift this over, guys. Disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah.
Jimmy's. That's another place. Jimmy.
Yeah.
John from Jimmy's only hires 10s.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Mhm.
There might be a comedy club owner that makes sure that he. hires
Yes.
for that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
That's
rules.
true. That's
I'm into
true.
that.
Right.
All right. So I went to a party this past
Go on.
Saturday. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was a party. This has how long we've been doing the show. He was my landlord at one point, landlord Dave.
Is that
You've
where we
lived
had
in a
my-
lot of places
I
since
know.
I've known you.
We had my baby shower there.
That's right.
That's it. Yeah.
Hey, before that, I had only moved 3 times in my life.
and you've moved 10 times
I
since then.
can't stop moving.
You're a fucking
Can't stop
nomad.
I
moving.
can't
Yeah.
stop moving.
That's what they say about Joe
That's the show
Robinson.
title.
Yeah.
All right. So
Can't stop, won't stop.
That's the name of the show. Can't stop, won't stop.
so but
We're
whenever
so white.
Dave has a
Mhm.
party, it's
Yeah.
always a lot of people that we went to high school with. So the stories are very, very old.
Yeah.
You know, stories
Mhm.
that you hear from when you're
That's
a kid.
kind of your wheelhouse.
And Dave Wilkerson, I guess I could say his last name, he told me that him and another friend of mine that was there, Dennis Breeden, they found some nudie magazines at Dennis's house.
It's so unnecessary to give the last names.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that you do it though.
There's my boys. They're fine.
Yeah.
They found these nudie magazines and so when Dave's like,
He has not told this story, Brittany. It's a brand new story.
I wonder if there are any naked magazines at my house.
Mhm.
That's what Dave thought. So Dave starts scouring the house
Fucking Brittany.
and he ends up finding one. And it's, somebody shitting in a Girl Scout's mouth.
Whoa.
Fuck.
It's
You
the-
gotta ease into that. Let us
Ease.
know that's going to
the
happen.
worst.
Oh.
It's the most foul, disgusting acts that you could possibly
While
have
eating a Girl Scout cookie?
being sexual.
Oh.
Okay. So,
Oh.
so
You know where that box is going to end up?
he goes, and I said to him, I go, well, have you ever told your dad about that? He
Girl
goes-
Scout, meet a brownie.
Yeah.
He goes, no.
Shit mince.
He goes, I never told him.
Yeah, how would that come up?
I go, why don't you call him right now and tell him?
And how old is his dad?
Well, Dave's my age and my dad's 82, so
Gotcha.
he's something
Right.
like that, right? So he picks up the phone, he fucking calls his dad.
Dude,
Yeah, I sent you guys a
the
video.
video is
I-
so funny because he sounds like this sweet
Yeah,
elderly man.
yes. He said it's been eating at him. He told his dad it had been eating at
A
him.
bad choice of words.
Yeah. Oh.
Eating at him that this is what he was into. And he asked his dad if he remembered. And of course, his dad did not remember, but he did confront his father about the magazine that he had found when he was a kid. He waited 50 years.
It was a magazine or
Yeah.
magazines. Were there multiple
He
things?
said
where
there
you
were
just-
three.
It was a trilogy.
Were
said there
they
were
all the
three.
same
Yeah.
subject matter?
There's-
This one's peeing. This one's
Yeah.
shitting.
Oh, yeah, it
this
was
one's
all
puking.
yes. There's an animal in there. Yes,
Oh,
he said there was
fuck.
it was
really? Like, oh,
it's the worst. Yeah, it was the
Holy
worst stuff
shit.
that you could find.
that makes me feel so because I was gonna I put a little thing on the screen here. We talked about Dave's dad's porn, dad porn,
Mhm.
because I had a dad who I thought
Yeah.
was into some hardcore
This is
shit.
where you can't follow his
Nope,
story.
I can't do it. I'm like, my
This
dad's
is like the AA meeting where I'm like, yeah, one time I drunk and threw up. The other guy's like, well, I fucked a cat. And I'm like,
yeah,
yeah, I should tell my
But it
story
was a
before
main
you.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
start the car. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go start
right.
the car. I got
Um,
nothing to add.
well,
Where do you think those magazines are right now? Landfill, trash can, in some box in a storage unit that
well,
somebody's gonna
maybe
discover
they're in the FBI headquarters
somewhere.
Are there-
right?
Is there a market? Are there collector's items?
Oh, the printed page these days.
Yeah.
You can buy. I don't know what the rules are on eBay anymore, but for whatever reason, we talked about the sub pornographic
Mhm.
magazines on the air once.
Someone look up eBay's policy on Girl Scouts being shit on porn.
That's
Yeah.
probably
Yes.
not on there, but you could buy old like penthouses, penthouse forums, Playboys, and stuff like that. But like you couldn't find Swank
Mm.
or Weed
Yeah,
or like
Club.
Club
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Puritan or anything like
Mhm.
that. Like the ones that are a little more like stuff going into stuff,
Yeah.
they wouldn't do.
Hustler was also pretty gnarly.
I
Yeah, but I
feel
don't think
like
you ever
we-
saw stuff go into stuff.
We talk about this too much, I think.
It's pretty sexual
Porn?
these days.
No, the really raunchy stuff. It
Animals
comes up more
shitting
than
on
it
Dave's
should.
dad.
Yeah.
It always comes up organically,
Yeah.
which is strange, but like,
Oh,
All right, well then
God.
let's
no, it's not anyone's fault. I'm
let's
just saying.
no,
move
it's
to the-
just been happening.
Yeah,
let's move to the roommate.
you want to?
Okay.
Let's. All right.
Now, before I don't want him down here
Okay.
until I tell the story.
Let's take a break.
Okay.
Hear from our sponsors. Then there's what we're calling the story.
So I have a mutual friend. Mario and I have a mutual friend.
Okay.
I won't say his name because I'm going to tell a little bit about some of the stuff he's going through.
Mhm.
But you met him. He was at Beach Bash with us.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
And he's going through some stuff in life.
Okay.
He's exited a marriage and they have kids and it's messy and so he's going through it. So he shoots a text to me and to Mario. Okay. He says, "Hey man, things aren't going well right now." He goes, "I could use, some company. What are you guys up to?" Mario responds, "Hey, we're at a party." he tells this guy that we're at a party. We can't be bothered by him. And I'm like, couldn't you?
I took
I
that
thought
as
he was
we're at a
inviting
party.
him. Yeah.
Come spend
No,
time.
no. He
Can't
goes,
talk partying.
Yeah, can't hang. We're at a
Oh,
party.
shit.
Now, he didn't need to say that he was at a party because now the guy who's dying
Sorry,
for
I'm
something,
having fun right now.
the guy
Damn.
who's dying for something to do now knows that so either
Oh.
now here's the other thing. He obviously, if he, not that he would think this like consciously, but unconsciously, you're like, wait a second. Mario and I really, we only just started to get to know each other.
Yeah.
We don't have a bunch of mutual friends. If we're at a party, that means either I brought him to a party or he brought me to a party.
Right.
Yeah,
when
no,
you both easily could have also brought this
Right,
guy.
which
or
we could
invited
have
him.
brought the guy who's going through it saying, please, somebody.
Okay.
And then he, now,
And I spent time with this guy in Ocean City. He's a good
he's
hang.
a
Now,
nice
did-
guy. He's
great
the
hang.
nicest guy.
Did you also respond to this text?
I never responded.
Did he respond back to Mario saying that we're at a party?
Yes, he's like, oh yeah, guys, have fun or whatever. I mean, well, he's probably
Right,
waiting
right.
for.
I'll
a
just be
fucking
over here looking for a load-bearing
He's
beam.
probably waiting for an invite.
You guys have fun.
Do you want to call him and tell him
What was
that
that number
he's your
again?
new friend of 2025?
I want.
it 988?
I need to tell Mario that he fucked me.
You think Mario fucked you? I think he fucked that guy. Didn't
Yeah, but
fuck you.
no, because
And you're not misunderstanding his text at all. You've asked. I mean, it might be time to ask him that. I mean,
I
not
have the
misunderstanding,
text.
as in, well, what Rob and I both initially thought
Mhm.
was pretending we're at a party, implying
Come on by.
come
No,
fucking
yeah.
go.
No, hold on.
No emoji, you know.
I gotta find. I gotta.
Okay.
You're
I
like,
don't-
I can't do it because
We'll get
we're at
there.
a party.
Here it
To
is.
me,
You ready?
Yeah.
yeah. Read me the thing.
Hello, you guys busy? I need to get out of the house. Talk to somebody.
Okay,
That's his text.
Well, that was pretty asking for fucking
Okay.
to
that's
meet up.
fucking help me.
If you are meaning busy, no problem. That's what
Yeah.
he says. Mario says we're at a party in Pasadena. He says, "Cool, have fun." That's the end of the conversation.
No one. Are you in
So-
that group text?
Yes, it's
Did
just
you? Would you have let him come over?
Of course, I would have.
You didn't think to
You
respond?
needed to follow up.
Is this
with-
on me? Is that what he's going to say when I
Yep.
in front of him?
You should have then followed up with, "Hey, but we're leaving soon. Maybe we can catch up later," and then move on.
Because
I-
that sounded like
honestly,
a fucking
I
desperate
think
text.
I didn't see
Yeah.
it. Yes.
I'm now on your side. I started on Team Mario, but he's my new friend, so I have
Yeah,
to
you gotta
ride
be
or die.
kinda nice.
Hey, Mario.
Mario, jump down to big green pipe.
Yeah,
Get the fuck down here. We do need a sound effect like when Mario goes underground.
We do.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
it's kind of.
Yeah.
Oh. If only we knew how to do that. We do.
Sorta.
We're not going to do it.
Hey,
No,
Mario. Oh, here he
He's
goes.
upstairs.
Now he's not watching on the computer. He doesn't know what you just said. He doesn't know.
No,
I
I
don't
don't think
think so.
You
I
haven't
don't think,
given him a
I don't
heads
think
up.
he knows that that's something he can do. I don't know that he knows. that
Steph
he can-
writes,
doesn't
that's
know
a
that we're
pretty
live."
vulnerable reach out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this was
Yeah.
how long ago?
Oh, this past
It was
weekend.
2 days ago.
So you haven't reached out since?
I have.
Well, that's on you.
No, I got that.
What a good
Okay.
guy.
2 days
We
now.
can have issues with me
Okay.
separate from this thing right
but you're
here.
both wrong.
What is this? Is
Did
this
you just bring? he made food. He comes down. He's
got wine.
Hey,
Uh,
holy
yeah,
shit!
Did you
look
hear
at
the big
this.
announcement? I've announced you as
Look
my
at
new friend of 2025.
Congratulations,
so bring it in.
Mario.
Bring it in.
Have
Come
a
on
seat,
down
man.
here.
Have a seat.
There we go. A couple of guys
All right,
hanging out.
enough. That's not how it
Okay.
works. That's not how it
Well,
works.
guess who doesn't get any of this right now? This is
So,
mine.
all right.
Have a seat.
Yeah, have a
All
seat.
right.
Have a
Yeah,
seat.
yeah, have a seat.
Mhm.
So I need to talk to you about something. And I don't
Right,
want to
yeah, yeah.
blindside you, but that's
Well,
probably
it's
what
too
I'm gonna
late. You've
do.
already been blind.
That's probably what I'm
blindsided.
going to do.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you fuck the dog?
So, hey,
I'm
by
gonna
the
eat-
way,
I'm gonna eat this
Olive did
caprese.
sleep in his bed, which
Oh,
I'm
you
not
told
a big
us.
fan of.
Oh,
That's
boy.
a different thing. We can talk
Okay.
about that another time. That's not his fault. That's, but I am a little jealous. Whatever.
I think that's your fault, Joe.
So I
was
just
delicious.
told them, you and I went to a party.
We're not saying this guy's name.
Oh, not the guy
the
who
person.
texted.
yes.
Okay, we'll get there.
Oh yeah,
My-
yeah.
don't
listen.
Okay,
My friend
You have a
Dave
mutual
Wilkerson,
friend.
he had a party, and I said, "Hey, let's go to this party." We went. We had a blast. There was probably 50 people there,
Mhm.
whatever. Booze, music. It was fun. Cornhole, whatever you're at. We're there. Our friend, I'm not going to say his name,
Mhm.
reaches out.
Yeah.
I just reread the text. It's like, "Hey, man,
A call for help.
I need to talk to somebody." That's what he says. I'm on there. I'm on the text. You say, "Hey, we're at a party in Pasadena." Literally, "Hey, we're at a party." Meaning, if you and I are at a party, it means we don't know each other well enough yet where we have a bunch of mutual friends. So
Sure.
if you're at a party, that means you brought me. That means you can bring people. So
or
if you-
vice versa.
Or vice
so
versa. Yes,
essentially,
yeah.
what he said was, "Hey guys, I need somebody to talk to." And you go, "No, we're at a party, and I'm the one who's responsible for inviting him, and you're the one that let him know about the party."
Rob and I hear the story,
Mhm.
and we, I think, initially both interpret it as this guy reaching out.
Uh-huh.
I'm going through it right now. Love for somebody to talk to. You respond, we're at a party in Pasadena. I took it as, without it being said, we're at a party in Pasadena. Come hang out. Joe took it as, we're at a party in Pasadena. The night after.
Well, hold on.
Mm.
He took it that way too because his response was "have fun," and then
Well,
nothing else was
okay,
said.
what did you mean by your response
It
when
was,
you
it was, hey, I'm sorry, we're at a party in
Yeah,
Pasadena.
yeah.
Did you think of inviting him?
Not so much as an invite, but hey, man, we're already way out. He's, well, I guess, he's not too
don't want
far
to give
out,
away
but-
where he lives, but it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
It
yeah.
wouldn't be an easy
didn't.
trip. Like if he lived in Glen Burnie to Pasadena is nothing, but if he lives in like Havre de Grace to Pasadena,
Yeah,
terrible
not
drive.
terrible. Not terrible.
Not
No.
terrible.
Not a
Okay.
terrible.
No,
drive.
no,
So,
it's not
Damn, so
terrible.
Joe's
It's not.
right.
It's not. Am I right?
But
Yeah,
Mario at least responded. You haven't said anything in 2 days, Joe.
You still haven't responded.
have you checked in on this?
I mean,
dude?
that's initially
That's the other thing is, you know
Mario
what?
was in the
That's-
wrong. Now you have done worse.
We should have checked in
Yeah.
later. Hey, we're home now.
Let's call him right
can you
now.
do me a
and-
favor and
and,
just
you know,
text
yeah.
him right now? 'Cause
Proof
that's-
of life.
There you go. There you
I've,
go.
I've-
Proof of life.
I've
Yeah.
drafted texts like that before
Yeah.
and not sent them because I'm like, oh no, Rob's in St. Louis, or nah, Joe's.
He said he was just looking.
Hey,
I thought he said he was looking to get out.
I need to get
Yeah,
out.
he also
need
said he
someone
needed
to talk.
to talk to
Need
someone.
to talk to someone.
Yeah, yeah.
Ariel
okay.
says Larry's been dethroned as Joe's hottest friend. Look at you, Mario.
Jesus,
Yeah.
relax over there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
this guy's a piece of
You,
ass.
I mean, you were already they already
it's
loved
only
you.
because
Hey.
I bring food.
Well,
Bro.
that's a lot in life. You
Brother.
bring
Hold on.
food and alcohol. You pretty much that's 85% of my perfect human
Brother,
person to
you-
have in my life.
You ain't kidding.
Mhm.
Just, hey, bro, just checking on you.
Brittany says check local obits.
Don't I'll be doing well.
Yeah, his suicide note.
All right.
Here I am needing help. My two best friends
No,
are
I
at a
guess
party.
you guys are right. Now that I think about it, I might be wrong about this because it was my responsibility to invite him. You couldn't invite him.
But I know how your
But
mind
you don't
works.
have to invite everybody everywhere.
I
all the
know
time.
that,
I mean,
You
but
also
this
didn't
guy's
have to
saying-
say you're at a party. You could have just said you guys were.
hey, we're out.
busy,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 But Joe, I know you're thinking, and I would do the same in a lot of ways. You're in your mind like this is a story that I can tell on the air.
No, as soon as
And,
it happened,
and if you just
and-
answer and then it's nothing, everything's
Yeah.
fine, then there's no story.
As
Jesus,
soon-
Brittany writes, a suicide note is just a screenshot of that text exchange.
Oh.
Stapled to his fucking head. Oh.
No, in all honesty, I don't even remember seeing it. But
Yeah.
if I did see it, which I probably did, I probably saw that Mario responded and like, "Oh, it's whatever this is has been addressed."
Were you
been
in a
addressed.
place where you were taking to not be able to think clearly, or
Oh
you were-
no, yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, I was,
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I
You're
was,
awake now.
yeah. I mean, but I,
2025 Joe is super high all the
but
time.
I don't think I am super high all the time.
Okay.
Man,
Just what every time we do a show together.
yeah, I'll tell a story about last night too. That was a mistake.
Before we came down here to do the show, it looked like they elected another fucking new pope upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the
Yeah.
white smoke pouring out of your
Well,
ass was
let me just
vatican
say
white.
this.
All right.
I am high all the time, but there's also someone else in my house that also has a lot. He
Mm.
constantly
This is on
has
you.
the.
It's my new friend right there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now
So-
I'm outed, publicly.
So I was just saying to somebody else that lives
Yeah.
in my house. Jackson's here, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Get him kicked out
yeah,
of the
that's
Naval
good.
Academy.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right in that you said, "Hey, we're at a party." It was then my responsibility to either say invite him or not. It probably was, but also I never responded.
Now you
But
just
it wasn't
responded right now.
necessarily for an invite. It's just a hey, I'm sorry, we're out.
No. But he didn't know that there was anything to invite him to. You told him,
And neither
Once
one
you
of you have
did-
followed up since.
Once you did, I probably should have said, "Hey, dude, why'd you come?" But I didn't say a word. I didn't do anything.
I don't think we were there that much longer, honestly.
Okay, not to make it worse for this guy, but you did invite Mario to our murder mystery on Thursday night at the Rams in Indianapolis.
Mm.
Mario
Did you
and I-
invite this guy?
I
Dude,
didn't, but
no.
Mario
Okay.
and I lived together.
But this guy lives in around Annapolis, correct?
No, he lives in Baltimore.
Okay.
Oh, you said don't give it away.
This is like the fucking old
Are you
guy from
gonna-
Sean Shake right now. Just
Spoiler
etching
alert,
name.
his name is.
etching his fucking.
Are you going to
name.
invite
Brooks.
him to Magoobies?
I will invite him to
Oh,
McGee.
Dude, at
We'll
this
see
point,
about
he's
that.
allowed to
There you
do
go. He's
time.
invited
with
to everything
Magoobies.
now.
Stay alive that long.
Yeah.
No, does anything yet? Did you like read receipts set on that phone? Like, has he seen it? Is he a quick responder to something? Ain't getting 3 dots yet.
The girls want you on
No
the
bubbles.
SheLP agenda, Mario.
Mario, would you be willing to be the
What
fourth
is that?
guest on the SheLP? It's a
SheLP.
It's a gathering of our female listeners. They do their own sub show. You ever
Right.
watch The Walking Dead? And Chris Hardwick had The Talking Dead.
Okay.
It's a show about a show. Their
Yeah.
show is about our show,
Okay.
and they're now having guests.
All right.
If they
So
want
I
you
guess
on
I'm
there,
it there.
I mean, do it. It's a great time.
God, look at
let's go.
Steph.
Yeah.
Mario, go to Magoobies. I got to tell you about Steph. That's the one you want. That's the one you want after you.
July
Steph.
5th,
Steph's
Angela
going, okay.
Magoobies.
Oh yeah, Steph is just
That's
like
the one.
Line up in order of height, fellas. Yes, sir.
Mm.
A little sexual voodoo doll.
Anyway,
over
no,
there.
I guess I own a little bit more of it than I think. Because as soon as he said that I could have invited him, you're probably right. It was probably near the end, but then I never responded. So at least he responded.
You're gonna have to follow up and let us know later.
You're
so I'm not
both
gonna be able to
guilty.
go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
I gave you
I'll be
credit.
fine.
I'll be okay. No, no, think about it. I'm gonna boof enough Clonopin. I'm not
Right,
gonna know
yeah.
shit.
So he usually does respond pretty quickly.
Did it says red?
He really does.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, look, I mean, his responses are usually immediate.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
fuck.
when you know we're no longer alive, you don't tend to text back that
Mhm.
quickly.
He's alive.
Okay, but you read it verbatim.
I
that
didn't.
sounded
I
It
didn't-
wasn't
very-
like he was bored. It was like, hey, I could use a friend right now.
No, he
And
right.
Mario said, sorry, we're at a party.
And
and,
I
you
said
didn't say nothing.
God,
Sorry, in the middle of a beer bong right now.
What's-
Bitch is coming
Yeah.
through.
what's
Don't work
worse?
at a suicide hotline. you
Should
two.
we
No.
have stepped out?
Yeah,
We
go
should have,
for it.
right?
Oh, I mean, I don't know how well that you are to this guy close that
No,
that
I
would be
mean
your
we know
role.
well enough that we should
Should have
probably.
followed.
How far
Yeah.
is he
Just
from
follow
here?
it.
If he had to drive here right now,
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay, and you said that you weren't much longer at that party. Did you come back here and
Mhm.
stay up for a little while?
That party was closer to him, so he could have gotten
true.
there even more quickly.
I mean, maybe like, hey, we're at a party, but leaving in 30. We'll go light the fire pit up, work some
Yeah.
shit out amongst fellas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all left him out to fucking sea.
God,
Okay.
And then you know what?
Choppy
Can I say
waters.
something else?
yeah.
God, this is bad, Mario, because
Next day we did.
the next day Mario and I
We
decided
did
to
the
build a
fire
fire
pit,
and sat
yeah.
out there all day. and
Yeah.
fucking drank and
Think like you
smoked
said, we should have
chilling.
kumbaya, you know?
He's making fucking lunch just for
Oh,
you.
man.
Man, you guys are
Starting
shits.
your own Instagram page together. You're just having fun constantly.
you guys
You're
just surround each
influencers. Yeah.
I couldn't think of anyone else we'd rather have be here.
It's
That's
myself
bad.
or Justin send you that same text.
No, for sure, guys. If I see that text, I ignore it. No, I'm just kidding. No, if I see that text,
I want to test you.
They'll
Though.
be fine.
no,
I'm gonna wait
of
a few
course,
months.
if it's you two, I would definitely
I don't know.
step out.
I think
for
this is
sure.
the reason I texted Rob about a year and a half
Yeah,
ago,
okay.
being like, I'm going through something. I need
Yeah.
your help. I should have also texted you as like, Rob will
Yeah.
respond. And then we went and got lunch, and a year later, I
Yeah.
did a special because of you.
TLDR.
Yeah.
I had a few texts to the group where I was saying I'm in a bad place, and no one really reached out. So.
Did that really happen?
No, that did happen. I think people reached out at some point. I think
Some
Yeah,
side
I know,
stuff,
I know.
some side
Yeah.
action. We
this
pull.
is months ago.
You know,
Yeah.
and all of
Yeah.
us are still here. And we're doing shows. He's
Yeah.
clearly dead. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're still with it. So as we wait for him to respond,
Should we
and
call
you
him?
being-
No, that's
no.
No,
That's
not
no.
force it.
Try to explain why we're talking about. That's gonna make him feel better.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be
Yeah, I
way
read your
worse.
text
Exactly.
verbatim.
Yeah. So what the fuck's wrong with you, you weirdo?
I didn't give
Oh,
his
I'm worried
name.
about you days later.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to know you're okay for me. Okay.
Yes.
Not even that
These
you're
guys
too-
are giving me shit.
Okay.
I need to know you're okay so I could sleep
Yeah.
soundly.
How about this?
Please.
Send him a dick pic.
Send him Rob's dick?
Yeah.
That'll put anybody in a
Yeah.
good mood.
He's like, hey, man.
Yeah. Send him a picture of
Yeah.
Dick Clark with
Yeah.
Rob's dick superimposed from the bottom of the
There you go.
screen.
Dave Dennis, get that.
Speaking of comedy shows, you were at one of
Yeah.
ours, DLP,
Yeah.
Rams Head
Your
on
first one.
stage. The Answer is Murder 2, the sequel to our Rob Mayer written, directed, performed bar trivia meets murder mystery.
Mhm.
You were there.
I was
We'll get into a review we got in a second.
Mm.
Mario, initial reviews, comments, because you're there behind the scenes. You're seeing this get set up.
Yeah.
You see Rob get the audio ready. You see the boys in Bussy maybe tuning up the guitars.
Mhm,
You get to see the calm before the storm.
absolutely.
What's your kind of elevator review of it?
Honestly, it was more low key in the beginning
Yeah.
that I was,
Mhm.
expecting. Which
Mhm.
I guess that's good.
Gotta have a place to build to.
Yeah, exactly. As the show got on, there was a couple times, and I would say wow, and I'd look around and just see the audience reaction.
Wow, as in can't believe they said that.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That tracks.
So
That
by
doesn't
the
sound
end
like a
of it-
very good review, by the way.
Yeah.
No,
would you
no,
see?
I-
Would you see another one?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, there's some people there that'll never be to another. One.
No,
That's right.
They will
never.
never, ever, fucking ever be again. And why wouldn't they be? Dead goddamn center, pretty much lightly stage left. A guy that just looked like Bill Nye the Science Guy.
By the way,
going
why
through
didn't he
chemo.
leave?
I don't know. He could have, because let me tell you what I saw this guy do.
Mm.
And Eric and Tommy will corroborate this. Enjoy a little of that. Fucking,
Yeah, let me take a bite.
that little caprese there. It's very nice. The tomatoes are fresh. Did you grow those?
I
Did you
didn't grow the
those?
tomatoes. We did grow the basil. Though.
Oh my God, you did. Oh, I'm gonna eat your pussy.
Hey,
So
hey, we grow the
Yeah.
We also-
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
my dirt.
show title. It's my
Joe Dirt?
Joe Dirt. It's Joe's Dirt.
Yeah.
So did you see the table in question I'm referring to?
I don't know that I did.
Okay, where you were at the table with me and with Ashley, the newest cast member of the DLP, and her and I are doing our thing. But behind me, about 3 tables back, is a table of 4. There's a
Okay.
guy there, and he is bald. He's a little thin, John Malkovich-y looking. He's got the glasses. He looks,
Yeah.
real, intellectual. And he ain't into it. And he's not disgusted, but he has a blank look of.
He wants us to know he's not enjoying
He
it.
wants
He's not
us to know.
enjoying it.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
arms are being crossed and whatever. And as Rob pointed out, kind of pre-show, this isn't our most NC-17 one. This thing it's adult, and we say fuck
Yeah.
and we say shit, but there's not a lot of foulness up there.
There's 20 trivia questions that none of them are dirty or
Not a
None,
sexual.
not a
single one.
single
You're
one.
right.
You
Not
can
a
read
single
every
one.
question to a teenager.
Yeah.
No problem, a kid. So Bussy takes the stage.
There you go.
And that's Eric Woodworth, Tommy Sambazo, and they go and do Father's Day at the Glory Hole. They do Special Girl. They're spinning the fucking hits, and we are now in the deep end of filth. We are in. I mean, we're talking about busting loads and tracheotomy holes.
Oh yeah, and
Mhm.
coming
Oh,
down
yeah.
somebody's feeding
Everything.
tube. Yeah, the worst things that you
It's
can.
my turn at hole 3.
It was a lot
Exactly.
like Dave Wilkerson's dad's porno magazine.
Not that
Oh
gross.
no.
This guy, he's not fucking into it. And Tommy's even joking, like, you guys, we're ruining this guy's night. I mean,
Right.
I bet you wish we never would have met each other. Man, what a shame that would be if we never met each other. And they're like, okay, they're not getting to it. I look over at this guy. He has his fingers in his ears.
Oh.
No.
He's looking at them like this
Yeah.
dramatically. He's not even like looking away. He's doing. You ever seen the gif of the guy? I think it's in a basketball game. This fat guy with a beard and glasses doing the thumbs
Yes,
down.
yes,
He's like,
yeah.
I don't like this
Yeah.
whatsoever. He theatrically puts his fucking fingers in his ears and is staring at them. And Eric's laughing.
In this guy's defense, this guy up front,
Yeah.
the crowd was a little bit. I was on the younger side of the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay. And so they were there to hear trivia. So we did have to kind of, maybe ease them into whatever this is. And there were probably places we shouldn't have gone. That probably did happen.
Eric and Tommy don't ease into things.
There's
Because
no
when,
reason. They cannonball into the deep end every time.
when they started to do Father's Day, I got up and left.
You
You
gotta watch
said I
it.
can't stay. I can't stay
I
here.
can't. Mario was at the
Mm.
table. I go, I can't sit here.
I
through
love
this.
that song so much I couldn't miss it.
I could still hear it.
Oh,
I
you could
just
hear it,
didn't want
yeah.
to be in the showroom watching half the audience gasp in
The
disgust.
song
Yeah.
was Special Girl.
Yeah.
that was
he
the one.
went.
Yes,
It
you're
was
right,
one
yeah.
of our listeners said he went full toddler on. He
Yes.
just went full. I'm not trying to hear that it's bath time.
Yeah,
I don't want to do my homework. This man is probably, what would you guess, early 60s?
yeah. It looked like
Yeah,
it.
61,
now,
62.
Tom and Eric were smart because they used Ashley as the special girl. So I think
Yes.
that she's part of the cast. So that softens
And
it a
she
little
can
bit.
take anything.
Right. And she's clearly playing with it. So if they picked, it could have gone really bad if they just picked some random girl.
If
You
they would
mean
have picked somebody
someone
from
who
that
From this
actually-
table.
table.
Was as described in the song.
or just was like, why I didn't sign up for their shit. You
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. I gotcha. Yeah,
Because the things they say, it's
yeah.
you gotta have to be a special kind of a girl.
I was
It's
hoping they
just
weren't
to
getting the.
have fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. That the woman next to the DJ booth, I was terrified they were going to talk to her. The woman with the fucking chair.
Yeah.
Oh no, you thought they were going to talk to her? That would have
No,
been bad.
no.
Yeah,
Do you know about the woman back near the DJ booth?
I
where
did
you
see
said-
somebody wheel out. I did see that.
Did you get a good look at her?
No.
She had a fucking tracheotomy.
Oh my god.
All I thought was, well, she had the scarf
Oh.
around her neck, and it was about 73 degrees out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And you could see there is definitely a breathing and or feeding tube in there. That is something like when Val Kilmer would wear the scarf
Yeah, yeah.
in his remaining days. You clearly look like, oh, that's not fashion.
Okay.
You're covering something. And all I was thinking is if she sat 3 rows forward,
Call her Iceman.
holy shit,
Yeah.
it would have been
Hey, man.
brutal. Man,
Well, like sing a song to you.
I love comedy.
yeah. Oh,
Dude, Judy.
that I was so
that,
worried.
now that would have been worth it actually, because if you're gonna fucking ruin the show, at least have a great story. They didn't ruin the show. I'm
They did
kidding.
not ruin the
We
show
did
at all.
get
No.
a
They
little
just
bit
did-
of feedback that was not clearly from that one table.
Yeah. Do you want to hit a Patreon?
You know
team?
what?
you want to do, and then we'll get into the review.
Let's do that. Hold on, let me make sure I've muted this and make sure I'm playing. Because you know what? Speaking of the devil,
Okay.
we know we did a tease last week with Mario, and I want to do more. I asked Mario on our Patreon episode, patreon.com/the DLP agenda for the full episode. Is there anything that he would like to, say that he would like Joe to improve on or work on as a roommate? All right.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you'd like to just in this open environment it's a safe space here, the trust tree? Do you like to say to Joe about maybe he could not do this or
Yeah,
maybe
something I could do better.
maybe a bad breath in the morning brush? I don't know. I'm just throwing
Leave
things out
me
there.
one fucking
no,
Reese's
no,
cup.
no, he's good. The one thing I think it's funny that you always talk about your dad and how he says the same jokes over and over again, but you do the same thing.
No shit.
No, you tell the same stories.
I
You
never
tell the same
realized
stories.
Hey, you should have seen my ass.
Oh, I'm gonna come. Oh,
Fucking Mario with the subtle new
Hey, you
No, it's the
should.
same stories. The same
You
stories. He's like,
You
wait,
sh-
what?
you should have
Oh, wait,
seen
I think
my-
I told you this one. I'm like, yeah, you did. That's
Yeah,
okay. That's okay.
you should have.
He's been here 3 months. He's already heard the same story 8 times.
You should have.
You should have seen Joe's act, is what he's trying to say.
Yes,
His we're
yeah.
cut
Holy
off 17 times. Yes.
God.
I mean,
damn it, that's
you did
great.
nail him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was nice.
The truth hurts, as you
Mhm.
well know.
Anything from the friend that's gone missing yet?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Fuck.
Nothing, no.
Not feeling great.
Nothing.
This is getting darker.
Nah,
and
yeah.
Yep.
darker, but not as dark as the room that I was in recently. I did a show that'll go unnamed this past weekend, and I'm trying to work on a new set, and I'm spinning a hit or two here and there, and like, okay, let me get them on my side. Let me do this. Like, Rob, you work more than any comedian in DLP.
Yeah.
When's the last time you just had a joke that you scribbled down and maybe it worked on one show, and then the next weekend you're like, how the fuck did that get nothing?
Yeah. There's a couple that are sort of new and that they're.
finding
it
your way.
crushes, and then I'm like, why are you not going with this at all? Like, it's one thing to not laugh at every part, but you're acting like you don't even know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
so that could be frustrating.
I'm so glad you just said that. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Because I was in front of the caucasity of this crowd was startling. It was
Mm.
sort of the makeup of this
They
podcast
were like,
until Mario joined us.
Mm,
Yes, adding a little
thankfully.
melanin
There you
to
go.
this
Yeah,
program.
yeah,
Thank
there
you. But
DEI
yes,
hire.
yes, thank you very much. Welcome, brother.
Doesn't exist anymore.
But I did a show in Annapolis, and I mean, it's just about as fucking white as a Klan rally in there. And I'm like, all right, I have what I think is a funny joke.
Are
about
things going well
race.
at this point?
I'm fine. I'm doing 15 minutes. I'm about 7 minutes into it.
Easy.
And
Nice.
I go, okay, so far we're all doing well. The crowd's laughing.
Are you
and
going to tell
stuff.
the joke?
Yeah, I'll tell it.
All right.
It's I hate doing that, but I will.
I
It's
understand.
whatever. But the gist of the joke is like, okay, I would like to do an impression for you now of a McDonald's ad executive at the beginning of February. And I sit and I'm very pensive. I'm nodding. Now I'm not saying this, but I'm and they're going, what's this guy doing? And that's sort of the bit. It's like, what's this guy doing? And it's going on long, and they start to laugh. And they start to laugh that I'm not doing anything. And I go, make it blacker. Because the joke is McDonald's right around February, Black History Month, really,
They
really
lean in.
turns the
Yeah.
knob
Oh,
to
yeah.
the right a little bit to where if I was like an African American listener of these ads, or
It's a bit much.
you're going, whoa, whoa, whoa. I've never reacted like that to the new McFish. I've never done like, girl,
You're
Have you tried? It's like, whoa.
you're really
whoa,
pushing the
whoa.
sweetened iced tea a lot.
Yes,
It's really sweet.
I've
We
never
now
heard,
serve strawberry daiquiris as we call them.
Yeah.
never heard anybody get that excited.
But it's not just during February.
it's February.
Well, June they really turn it up. too.
really
Yeah.
stole the throne.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was it. And dude, the fucking wave of silence
Mm.
that came
Mm.
across, and you just hear, I just hear in the back. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I just heard
That's the white
Mm-mm.
liberal.
Yes,
that's
because,
the-
like,
generally the most
damn it.
racist of
If
the
you
whites.
see Ariel, she gets it
Ariel.
immediately.
She
Right.
says
Yeah.
they
So-
get really urban.
So-
Thank you.
if there's somebody that they're waiting for somebody to let them know it's okay for that.
Right,
material, right. I mean,
you
so
need a
they-
mixed crowd there because black people start laughing.
Yeah,
black
I mean, I
people
do that
laugh.
with some of my
There was a
jokes,
black
yeah.
comic on the act, and
Yeah.
he immediately does what
Right.
every comic should do when they are the fish out of water. White comic, black room,
Mhm.
black comic, white room, old comic, young room, vice
Yeah.
versa. They go, oh my God, I'm the only one of you guys in here.
Mhm.
I'm the only one of this. And they lean into it and it kind of, and he did that. I mean, this comic that went up before me absolutely crushed and was just like, oh my God, and look at this. I feel like I'm on an auction or something like that. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
they're laughing.
Mhm.
And then I do one. I literally just said, no, make it blacker. And just to hear someone in the back go, I mean, it was so quiet. I never fucking got them back for the next
That was
8
it.
minutes. That was
Half
it.
your
They're like-
set.
they're like,
Wow.
no.
See, my
like,
tendency
what
then
the
would be,
fuck?
and I know this is what they're thinking, but I want them to think that I think this. And you're like, okay, I guess we'll make it really white because I guess that's what makes you guys comfortable. How about no black people there? Is that better?
Is that
You
better?
know? I know that's not what they're thinking, but now I want them to think that I think that about them,
Yeah.
which is the worst thing you could
right
say.
to call
Yeah.
them